As the film starts, we see two bikers performing stunts. Both were father and son in relation. Son's name's Johnny. While performing stunts, his bike imbalances and he slips. After the show, Johnny's father angrily advises him, "It happened today, but don't let it happen in the future." When he gets home, his sight catches a piece of paper. When he picks that up, it was clearly written on it that his father has chest cancer. He becomes extremely concerned and goes to repair his bikes in order to soothe his heart. Suddenly, an old man comes there and says, "Johnny, I am an admirer of your biking skills. Perhaps you will work for me someday." Johnny says, "Oh, do you run a show as well?" In reply, he says, "Yes. World's biggest show." Later he says, "Your father is suffering from cancer, right?" Johnny asks him shockingly, "Who told you?" He asks him to leave this topic and says, "I can make your father healthy again, but in return, you'll have to accept my condition." Johnny says, "Okay, tell me the amount you want for this work." That old man demands his soul. To which, Johnny laughs because he wasn't believing his words. That old man gives him a contract paper. As Johnny starts reading it, a pin gets inserted into his hand. And a blood drop falls on the paper. That man then snatches the paper and says, "This is enough." The scene changes and Johnny is shown on his bed. He thought it could be a dream. He nervously goes to his father and asks if he's fine. In reply, his father says that he was feeling unwell for some days and getting weaker due to this disease. "But today, the doctor told me that I'm perfectly fine today and feeling myself healthier," he says. He was leaving for the show and asks Johnny to join him. But he was busy somewhere. He tells his father that he is interested in a girl named Roxy. "Her father wants to send him away, so I want to take her with me somewhere." He asks him, "Till when I'll perform these stunts? I want to do something new." Johnny's father gives him the key of the bike that he wanted to drive since childhood. He wishes him luck on his new adventure and departs. Johnny's friend's name was Roxy. Then he's shown on that bike. This area was so noisy and this was the place where his father went to perform stunts. Upon investigating, he acknowledges that his father died in an accident. Then that man comes in front of him, who asked him to sign the paper. Johnny was upset due to his father's death. He slips and gets injured badly. Here that man is shown again. Johnny angrily says, "Why don't you stop following me? You killed my father. How did you know that he had cancer?" That old man says, "I only cured his cancer, but how could he become a part of our deal?" He comes near Johnny and places his hand on Johnny's chest and says, "I'll come again. Forget your friends, relatives, and your love. You'll work under me from now on." As this happens, Johnny falls and his eyes turn red like flames. Later, he goes to Roxy, where both of them were supposed to leave from. But he doesn't go near her and moves forward. Here, Johnny was going to perform the most dangerous stunt, in which he was supposed to cross many cars. Doing this, an accident occurs and he and his bike fall in a bad way. Everyone surrounds him and gets scared by seeing his closed eyes. After some time, when he opens his eyes, he asks if his bike is okay. People say, yes. People get amazed that he didn't experience any injury. This news highlights the fact that Johnny is a very strong stuntman who can withstand anything. Johnny's friends say, "It seems some kind of angel saves your life." To which, Johnny says, "Yes, angel or devil." Then we are shown a scene of the bar where a man comes. As he comes, everything starts freezing. People knew him as Black Heart. As he goes inside, he starts killing everyone. But there were 3 people who weren't humans. They ask him that what brought him here. He says that he's here to bring San Viganza's contract. It is hidden in a nearby graveyard and you people will help me to find that. He says that once he gets the contract, he'll rule the whole world. One of those men asks him, "What about your father?" Then we are shown that old man, he was the same guy who took Johnny's sign on the contract. He goes outside and says to his father, "Hand over me the custody of everything. This is my time to rule." His father says, "Yes, your time will come, but this is my time." Blackheart says to his father that you can't touch a hair of mine as long as you're here. His father says that my rider won't let you do this. Blackheart says in a taunting way, "Huh? That Ghost Rider? I'll bury both of you alive." Hearing it, he leaves. This old man was a demon and Ghost Rider worked for him. Later, we are shown Johnny, who was getting ready for his longest jump. Some reporters come there to take his interview. Johnny refuses, but a voice is heard from behind, "Not even to your friend?" In fact, she was Roxy. Johnny comes to her and she starts the interview. When Johnny goes there to perform the stunt, there were 6 helicopters instead of cars. Today he had to jump over these helicopters. The time comes and it is seen that Johnny jumped easily. Everyone gets amazed. After it, he goes to meet Roxy. She was angry with him because they were supposed to go somewhere, but Johnny didn't even come to meet her. But he makes her agree somehow and they decide to meet at 8 p.m. tonight. He was getting ready when he sees his hands getting red. When he pours water on his hands, he sees smoke coming out of them. After that, he hears his name, Johnny. But when he turns and looks behind, no one is there. But he sees that the engine of his bike was turned on. Later, that old man is shown again. Johnny asks him, "Stay away from me." "What do you want from me?" He replies, "It's possible for me to stay away from you. I was with you for the past many years. Now the time to act upon my orders has come," he says. "Find Blackheart and kill him." Johnny says, "I will never do this." "Why don't you?" According to the old man, "It is impossible. You've agreed to do my work because you signed the contract. Once the work is done, I'll return your soul." Johnny tries to start his bike but it doesn't start. That old man hits his stick to the ground and the bike's tires get red and the bike catches speed. As it starts, things around it start blowing up. Fire sets into the bike. It was so speedy that it throws Johnny away. Then we are shown Johnny's body, which was covered in fire. His whole body became fire. He had become Ghost Rider now. Later, he goes to Blackheart and says that you are a rule breaker. You did wrong by breaking it. Go back to hell. But Blackheart doesn't pay heed to him and orders 3 of his men to attack him. They hit him with the truck. They think him dead and leave from there. Ghost Rider was still alive and the truck driver was also there. Ghost Rider turns him into ashes by burning him. As he moves forward, he sees a woman. A robber was stealing her purse. He frees the woman and asks the robber to feel the pain of those he killed or robbed by looking into his eyes. After which he starts feeling their pain and he dies. In fact, Ghost Rider was capable of an ability by which he could give punishment to the people for their sins. We realize that the places where Ghost Rider's bike passes from being set on fire. Then Johnny is shown to us, coming back to his real form. The place where he fainted was a graveyard, but when he regains his consciousness he finds himself in a room. When he comes out of the room, he sees an old man. He was the caretaker of the graveyard. He says to him that what happened yesterday will repeat today. Johnny asks him, "Who are you?" He says, "Whoever I am, but I know that you're Ghost Rider. Without my help, you can't stay alive for long." He says, "No. I don't want anyone's help." The old man says you'll have to fulfill the agreement. He tells him that he'll become Ghost Rider at night and Johnny in the daytime. Johnny asks him, "Was there any other Ghost Rider before me?" He says, "Yes. 1,000 years ago, a man from San Viganza became a Ghost Rider. He tells him this village was so peaceful. But then a man came there and spread hate among them. After it, villagers started killing their own people. Their souls are still in that village. Johnny asks him, how these things are connected to Black Heart. That old man asks, are you behind him? Johnny says, yes, he has other people with him as well. That old man says that they all were angels before who were sent to the earth. Now he's in wait that when this world will end. The old man says you are safe here because they can't enter God's house.